A very happy and cheerful morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine at home and taking care of your health. So we are back with our English class. And today we are going to start with a new poem, that is poem number 13, My Elephant is Missing. Okay? So this poem is about an elephant, as we can understand, right? So what happens? See, as you all know that many animals, and generally animals, don't like to take a bath, right? So this is also related to that. That is, a poet, it has a pet animal, that is an elephant, and the elephant hates to take bath. So what will happen next? That we will read and we will see in the poem. First, let's read the central idea of the poem. Okay, so let's read it. The poet expresses his agony as his favorite pet animal is missing. Okay, so the poet is suffering. He expresses his agony, suffering, because his favorite pet animal, that is the elephant, is missing. His elephant perhaps dislikes to take bath and thus it escaped and is not to be found anywhere. So he's trying to find it everywhere, he's searching, but he cannot find it anywhere. The speaker is gently attached to its elephant and is terribly missing it. So isn't it? See, even if you also have a pet animal, and if the pet animal is missing, so you will also feel sad, right? So the same way the poet is also very upset and he's missing his elephant. Okay? So this part, that is the central idea. You can pause the poem, pause the video, and you have to write it in your notebook. Okay? That is the central idea. Okay, so let's start with our poem. That is poem number 13, My Elephant is Missing. Okay, so let's start with it. Poem number 13, My Elephant is Missing. You can see here is the poet. Okay, and let's read it. Okay, I cannot find my elephant. He must have run away. He isn't on the sofa where he promised he would stay. Okay? Then I have looked around the living room, the kitchen and the hall. My elephant is missing. And I am not sure who to call. I'll need to get a bloodhound who can track him by his scent, his smell, or hire a house detective to discover where he went. He isn't in the basement or the attic or the yard. You'd think to find an elephant would not be quite so hard. Perhaps I'll make some posters, you see the posters, and I'll offer a reward. I'd make it more, but 50 cents is all I can afford. If you see my elephant, he answers to Jeremy. Please tell him that I miss him and I wish he'd come back home. He knows the way. It's up the street and down our garden path. And next time, I won't warn him when it's time to take his bath. by Ken Nesbitt. Okay, so just now we have read the poem, we did the recitation part, and now let's understand the poem. Okay, let's understand what it is about. So as I gave you the clue that this is the poet, he has a pet animal, that is the elephant, and the elephant is missing. So I cannot find my elephant, he must have run away. He isn't on the sofa where he promised he would stay. So the elephant had promised to the poet that you don't worry, you come, okay, I will sit here on the sofa. But as the poet returned, what he saw? That the elephant is not on the sofa. Then I have looked around the living room. Every house has a living room, right? So he has looked around the living room, the kitchen and the hall. Even the kitchen and the hall he has looked around. My elephant is missing and I am not sure who to call. So the poet is not able to understand. Should he call a police or should he call his parents that my elephant is missing? Where should we find? So he's not sure about it. I'll need to get a bloodhound. Bloodhound, the sniffing dogs you might have seen in movies, right? So they can smell people. So I'll need to get a bloodhound who can track him by his scent, by his smell. Or hire a house detective. You can see here is a detective, right? So the detective's work is also to find out people, to find out mysteries. So he's thinking maybe he should hire a detective to discover where he went, okay? To discover, to find out where the elephant has gone. Let's move forward. He isn't in the basement. Basement area, that is, हमारे जो ground floor होता है, उसके भी नीचे, below the ground floor. He isn't in the basement, or the attic, or the yard. You'd think to find an elephant would not be quite so hard. So it's not at the yard also. We know, okay, हमारे घर के पास, that is आपके घर के पास में grass होता है घर के बाहर, that is the yard, okay. So it is not over there also. And you also might be thinking it's not very tough to find an elephant because an elephant is very huge in size, right? But still not able to find. Perhaps I'll make some posters and I'll offer a reward. Okay, so what he's decided that I'll make some posters of this elephant, I'll stick to many places and I'll offer a reward. That is, if someone finds my elephant, I will pay certain amount or I will give some gift. So I'd make it more, but 50 cents is all I can afford. So the poet has decided the reward money would be 50 cents. Okay, why? Because this is all he can afford. If you see my elephant, he answers to Jeremy. Jeremy is its name. Please tell him that I miss him and I wish he'd come back home. So if you find the elephant, please tell him that I miss you a lot. Okay, and please come back home. He knows the way, it's up the street and down our garden path. And next time, I won't warn him when it's time to take his bath. Okay, so what does the poet say? Next time I will not inform or warn him that it's time to take bath. Why? Because again the elephant will escape. फिर से वो elephant जो है वो भाग जाएगा. Okay, so this is the poem and we'll continue in the next video with the meanings, the exercise, the video. Till that, God bless you all. Goodbye.